Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a really exciting discovery kit to share with you. So this is a house that I've been wanting to explore for a really long time, but they are quite expensive. And I finally just bit the bullet and bought a discovery set. The house that I will be talking about today is called Fort Manle. They are an Australian niche perfume house, and they are quite unique fragrances, very niche, very beautiful, just really everything you want from a niche fragrance house. I've been playing with these for about a week or maybe longer now, and I definitely have some full bottle favorites. I have thoughts on most of them, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. So what I love about this set is it opens like this, which I just think is really, it's just a little something different and nice. Okay, so the first one that we're going to talk, well, let me show you what the inside looks like. So this is what the inside looks like, and it comes packed very nicely in like a really nice quality styrofoam sleeve in there, so that these, you know, they don't fall out. They fit in there very nicely. It's just a really nice set. So okay, let's jump right into the fragrances. The first one is called Bajnakopff, but it has a longer name than that. It's actually Mr. Bajnakopff's Purple Hat. So if you get on Fragrantica or even the Fort Manle website, whichever one, they will give you kind of a whole story about the fragrance, what it is kind of like representing. They really are quite fun as far as the stories. So this is actually an oriental woody fragrance, and this one to me, now all of these are unisex. They don't market their fragrances towards towards anybody. They're all considered unisex. So I will tell you as we're going through which way I think it leans, because there are some that definitely lean more masculine and some that definitely lean more feminine. Okay, this one to me is quite unisex. This is not one that I would want to wear, but I can definitely appreciate it for what it is. This has something quite sharp and bitter smelling to it. Let me tell you what it's the lavender with all the rest of the notes. Okay, so Bajnakopff is lavender, dark chocolate, vanilla oud, vetiver, cedar, and gaiac wood. There is a sharpness, like a very pungent medicinal quality coming from the lavender. And then the oud and the lavender are, I don't know, giving it this very, very medicinal vibe. The thing that I have found with these, though, they smell very, very different on paper and than they do on the skin. Like these really, you really, really need to test these. If you're interested in the notes, definitely give them a test on your skin, because it's a totally different story on your skin. I've not tried this one on my skin, admittingly, because it does lean quite masculine to me, and because it does have quite a medicinal quality about it. I have not been compelled to try this on my skin, but I will. I need to, because these are, like I say, it's totally different story on your skin. But this is very beautiful. You really do get the vanilla, the lavender, the oud, the gaiac wood. The chocolate is there, but it's a dark chocolate. It is not a sweet chocolate by any means. It's like a dark powdery chocolate. It's beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. This one to me leans more masculine than I prefer my fragrances, so for that reason, it's not my favorite. But okay, the next one we have is called Charlatan, and I love the color of the liquid on this one. I just think it's so beautiful. It's like golden honey. Okay. This is considered a fruity floral gourmand. I love this fragrance. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. So with this one, I immediately get the jasmine. This is a beautiful, this is a more of a floral fragrance than anything to me. So Charlatan is pear, dark chocolate, Moroccan jasmine, damask rose, truffle vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, amber, osmanthus, and Australian sandalwood. Lots and lots of jasmine, and then as it starts to dry down, the pear really starts to make an appearance. Again, with the dark chocolate, it's more of a dark, bitter, powdered chocolate than, you know, like a sweet chocolate. That's mostly what I smell. The jasmine, the pear, and the chocolate. It is very, very unique. Very beautiful. This one is definitely very unisex, though this does lean more feminine to me. This is beautiful. I don't think this is one that I would want to wear often. I think my little sample vial is plenty for me. It is, this is a big fragrance, very loud, very beautiful, and like I say, I would classify this as a jasmine fragrance. Jasmine and pear, and that beautiful powdered dark chocolate. So that one is called Charlatan, very beautiful, but again, not one that I would want to wear often. Okay, next we have Manduro, and this is considered an oriental woody fragrance. This is gorgeous. This reminds me of something. I haven't been able to put my finger on it yet. I want to say it reminds me of, it reminds me a little bit of, I don't know. It's very nice. Again, not one I would want a full bottle of. Very unique, fresh smelling. So Maduro is pineapple, red apple, basil, cinnamon, honey, beeswax, damask rose, bourbon vanilla, tobacco, vetiver, benzoin, patchouli, atlas cedar, and amber. You really get the pineapple. It's a fresh, juicy, realistic pineapple note, but something about the pineapple and the beeswax, because I'm really getting that beeswax note here, and something about those two is kind of clashing to me. And then I really get the basil. So it's this very strange mix of pineapple, beeswax, and basil. It's juicy smelling, it's fresh smelling, but at the same time, it's waxy from the beeswax. It's an odd one. This is a very strange fragrance. It's not, I 100% appreciate it for what it is. It's beautiful to my nose, but it's not something I would want to smell like, if that makes any sense. I wouldn't want to smell like this. Though it is beautiful, and like I say, I really need these ones that turn me off a little bit on the paper. I need to try on my skin, even though I don't love them, because you just don't know. There are a couple that I was really iffy about, and then I tried them on my skin and I was like, oh my goodness, it's a totally different story on the skin. Okay, so the next one is called Confessions of a Garden Gnome. This is one of the ones that on paper, this smelled like straight up Windex to me, but when I put it on my skin, it was a totally different story. Gosh, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Oh, I love this one so much. This is considered a floral woody musk. And it does, like on the paper, I'm getting straight up Windex vibes. But on the skin, I don't get that Windex at all. So Confessions of a Garden Gnome is yuzu, coriander, pink pepper, Sicilian bergamot, lily of the valley, lily, violet leaf, rose, mango, white musk, ambergris, birch, Virginia cedar, and amber. It's fresh, I mean, it smells like Windex on the paper. I wish I could spray every single one of these on my skin and tell you how it smells on my skin, but it really does smell like straight up window cleaner on the test strip. But on the skin, it really doesn't. It's just beautiful. You really get that bright, crisp yuzu. You can smell the pink pepper, but it's not overpowering. It's just a beautiful, very slightly peppery quality. You get all the lily and the rose, but the rose is not dominating at all. It's mostly about the lily to me. I really smell lily more than anything. Beautiful, fresh, crisp lily. It smells like you're putting your nose right in a lily. I don't get any of the mango in here. I'm not even getting any sweetness from the mango. This is so beautiful. I mean, really, really beautiful. So that one is called Confessions of a Garden Gnome. Okay, this next one was one of my absolute favorites. It went straight on my Lucky Scent wish list. It's so beautiful. This is called Amber Absolutely. Nothing groundbreaking. It's just an amber fragrance. It's not like it's more along the lines of an Ombre Narguilé. It's more along the lines of like an apple pie smelling amber, and not so much like a traditional amber. But this is very unique. It's a very unique smelling amber. I will be purchasing a full bottle of this. This is a stunning amber fragrance. And I'm obsessed with amber fragrances anyways, and there's something so addictive and different about this than any other amber fragrance that I have in my collection. I adore this amber. Okay, so this is considered an oriental fragrance. This is plum, blackcurrant, rose, amber, benzoin, labdanum, vetiver, musk, and cedar. You really get the rose in here. It really is like more of a floral amber. I mean, really, at the heart of it's an amber fragrance, but it's amber with rose and some beautiful fruity notes with the blackcurrant, the plum. So beautiful. I love it. Like I say, that went straight onto my Lucky Scent wish list. I knew I wanted a full bottle of that one immediately. The next one is another really beautiful one. This one is called, I'm the worst at pronunciation, but Fatih Sultan Mehmed. And this is a gorgeous fragrance as well. So right away I get the amber. This smells very Middle Eastern. So this one is amber petitgrain, bergamot ambergris, damask rose, tulip iris, vanilla benzoin, amber musk, oud patchouli, and Virginia cedar. This one you really get a lot of oud in it. You get a lot of patchouli, a lot of oud, a lot of patchouli. There's a kind of sharp, it's a sharp woody smell, but it almost has like a pepperiness to it. This one is beautiful. It is not my favorite. This isn't something I would want to smell like, but it is very Middle Eastern in style. It's very beautiful. You've got lots of juicy, fresh notes in the top, and then that kind of dark oud, peppery patchouli, and cedar in the base. This one to me leans more masculine. It's beautiful, just not my cup of tea. So that is Fatih Sultan Mehmed. Okay, this next one, this one was funny. I love the color of this liquid too. It's so beautiful. So when I got this, my mom and I sat here spraying these on paper and then like passing them back and forth, smelling them. And we got to this one and we both had the exact same experience. with this one and with another fragrance that when I go through that set, I'll talk to you about it too, but they were both rose fragrances. And we sprayed them on the paper and could smell almost nothing. It was like, it was just very strange. But, so I immediately took it and sprayed it on my arm. So we just got a tornado alert on my phone, which is scary. We did have a tornado come through here very close to my house one time. It's really, really scary. And the tornado siren didn't go off in my town at all. So there was literally a tornado coming through my small town. It tore up houses. It like decimated some houses around the lake, and none of us were even aware it was happening. It was really horrendous. But anyways, sorry, I got sidetracked. So this is called Harem Rose, and on the paper, it does smell beautiful, but it's really kind of weak on the paper. You just don't get the depth of it. So I immediately had sprayed this on my arm, and I was absolutely in love. This is a beautiful, very traditional smelling rose fragrance, but it has got a ton of vanilla in it. It is so creamy and so delicious and such a beautiful rose fragrance. I fell head over heels in love immediately. The next night, it was so stunning, and I could still smell it on my skin in the morning. And the next night, I made my mom try it. And she said that she woke up in the middle of the night a couple times and could smell her arm. And she said it was just so beautiful, and it is. So Harem Rose is obviously considered a floral. It is musk, amber, benzoin, vanilla, damask rose, cashmere woods, and vetiver. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, creamy, tons of vanilla rose. You get the beautiful freshness from the vetiver though. The amber, the benzoin, it's just a stunner of a rose fragrance. I love this. It went straight on my lucky list for my lucky scent list for a full bottle. I have to have it. It's so beautiful. It's not groundbreaking. It's not like the most unique rose fragrance I've ever smelled, but there's something so stunning about it. It's to me, it's as if the Elie Rose No. 1 had just a ton of vanilla in it. It smells like the Elie Rose No. 1, but it's creamy. It's got vanilla, whereas I don't think the Elie does. I can't remember totally, but it's even better than the Elie, so I have to have a full bottle. These are like $190 to $200 a bottle, so they are quite pricey. That's why I was very selective with which ones I knew I wanted full bottles of, because they are very pricey. But there are the ones I love like with a passion, and I have to have them. So, okay, next we have Suleyman Le Magnifique, and this is considered a chypre. This reminds me of something too that I cannot put my finger on. It reminds me of something from Gallagher Fragrances. It reminds me exactly of something from Gallagher Fragrances. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but yeah, but it was one I did not like. So, and I don't love this either. Okay, so Suleyman Le Magnifique is oud, rose, musk, amber, galbanum, benzoin, patchouli, vetiver, tuberose. Oh yeah, and this one I had to read the paragraph, their like descriptive paragraph of the fragrance, and I had to like pick the notes out of it. So these are in no order. Usually when I'm reading you notes from top to base. These are like not in any particular order. So let me start that again. So we've got oud, rose, musk, amber, galbanum, benzoin, patchouli, vetiver, tuberose, sandalwood, vanilla, ambergris, cinnamon, and red apple. Yeah, I don't love this one. It smells messy to me. It smells like something from Gallagher that I really, really did not like. there's something sickeningly sweet about this one that is, I just don't like it. It's, yeah, it's like spiced. It's like a sickly sweet, spiced, weird fragrance. I just don't enjoy this at all. So that is called Suleyman Le Magnifique. Okay, the next one is a gorgeous fragrance. The next one is called Impressions de Giverny, and it's beautiful. I will include pictures of these bottles as well. Yeah, oh gosh, this is so beautiful. This is one that I have not tried on my skin yet, and I just have a feeling it's going to be even more beautiful on my skin. Oh, just so beautiful. This is a beautiful floral fragrance. Oh, but this is it's sweet and watery. It's beautiful. Okay, so Impressions de Giverny is, and you can smell the red apple immediately. It's very strong. This is beautiful. Red apple, yuzu, bergamot, magnolia, tulip, mango, ylang-ylang, osmanthus, neroli, fig leaf, tuberose, rose, orange blossom, coriander, ambergris, musk, and benzoin. And you get the sweetness from the red apple and the mango and the tuberose, and it is an incredibly sweet fragrance. So I would have to see if this one, if all of that sweetness came through on my skin, I think it would be cloying, but I'm hoping that more of the other notes come through and kind of diffuse all of that sweetness on my skin. You really get that sharp yuzu note as well, which does help to cut some of the sweetness. You definitely get the neroli and the fig leaf. There's like a very bright green note in this. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna have to do a full wear test with that one and see what it does on my skin, but that one is really, really beautiful. Okay, and last but not least, we have the one that I have heard the most about when it comes to this house, and that is 40 Thieves. So I was really interested in smelling this one too, because it's like a beautiful, spiced, woody fragrance. It's an oud and rose fragrance as well. It's a beautiful oud fragrance that isn't super heavy on the oud. So this is considered an oriental fragrance. This is incense, pink pepper, petitgrain, bergamot, honey, labdanum, papyrus, rose, orange blossom, resin, amber, oud, sandalwood, and vanilla. It really is beautiful, but I get a honeyed quality. There really is this like honey, I don't know, like this honeyed aspect to this. I really get my, like, I don't know, there's something about this that reminds me of my Zoologist Bee fragrance. That's on the paper. I would again need to try this one on my skin. I haven't had a cold enough day yet to bust this out yet and give it a good full wear test, because this is cold weather stuff here. This is not meant for the heat. Beautiful, incensey. It's a gorgeous incense fragrance. Gosh, incensey, resinous. Really, really beautiful. Would I want a full bottle of it? Probably not. I don't think it's one that I would get a ton of use out of, because it's powerful. And I don't think I would want to smell like that all the time, but it is gorgeous. Incense, resin. It does have honey in it. I'm such an idiot. Oh my gosh, I just noticed, yes. And I even said it, and it's like my brain didn't even register it. It does have honey. No wonder it reminds me of bee, because it's like an incense, resinous honey fragrance, kind of like bee is. This is way heavier on the incense than anything you'll find in bee. But boy, that honey is strong, and it's like it's got an animalic quality to it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I knew I smelled honey. I should have trusted my instinct instead of thinking I was crazy. Okay, so anyways, guys, that is just a quick overview of the House of Fort Manle.